Welcome back to this session. In this session, we will learn in detail about the chamfer tool and how to execute this particular command. In the previous video, we have seen how the fillet command works. If you haven't seen that, just go to the description box and click on the video 13 part 5, where a detailed explanation is given about the fillet. The chamfer creates a beveled corner. You may have seen a chamfer in a building corner, machine or some normal drawing. Fillet and chamfer go hand in hand. A chamfer can be given along an edge of a surface or a corner. Chamfers are used in furnitures, counters and tables, and also in mechanical equipments. This is done to ease the edges, and it also protects the user from being hurt by the sharp edge. And also it enhances the finish of the object and reacts very well to the light around. There are some exercises at the end of this session and we are going to crack it. But before that, we need to learn the basics. So let's start with the basics. Chamfer is provided in the corners and distance 1 and distance 2 is provided starting from the corner. This is the first option, and the second option is we can give distance on one side and angle on the other side of the corner. One thing we should know that the line segments too short to accommodate the chamfer distance are not modified. So take care to see that when you create a chamfer, the distance should be appropriate to the given length. Okay, then without wasting time, let's learn how to execute this chamfer command. For a chamfer, you need to have two lines and a corner. Let the line be of 5 units length. The lines can be meeting at the corner or they may be at a distance apart. Okay, they can be something like this. Now, go for the chamfer command. CHAMFER, chamfer. Okay, you have the chamfer command in the modify menu here also. You have chamfer. Okay, the option is yours, but I always prefer to go to the command line and type the command chamfer. Here you have the options. You have distance, angle method and multiple method too. We will learn all the options one by one, but right now first we will go to the distance option. Distance indicates the first chamfer distance and the second chamfer distance. The first line you click is distance 1 and the second line you click will be distance 2. This is distance 1 and this is distance 2. You got a chamfer. Chamfer, distance 1 and distance 2. Yeah, it's a chamfer. We can always change the distance. I will press Ctrl Z. Here I will draw this line. I will go for the chamfer. Now I will go for the distance. You can type D or click the distance option here. So first chamfer distance 3, second chamfer distance 1. I'll make it 2. Let us see what happens. So you can see that the chamfer distance is 3 and the second chamfer distance is 2. Let us see what happens here. You can see that the chamfer distance 3 you can see that the first chamfer distance is 3 and the second chamfer distance is 2. Same thing, first distance and the second distance. So you can see it is clearly visible. The distance 1 is longer distance and the distance 2 is the shorter distance. So by this way you can create a chamfer by the distance method. Let us check out the other options. I will just undo this, press Ctrl Z. Okay. Now let me go to the chamfer command. This time I will select the modify tool. Go for the chamfer, so you have distance which we have learnt already. Now we will go for the angle method. You can see where you can click on angle, specify chamfer length. So I will say 2. Then specify the angle Angle say 45 degrees. Now let me click on the first line. Here this indicates the distance and this indicates the angle. You can see that a chamfer has been formed where you have a second distance and a specified distance and a specified angle from a point. So this should be 45 degrees. Okay, now let me check out this one. The result should be the same. Though the lines are at a distance apart, they are not meeting at a corner yet a chamfer is formed. You can check the angle. It is 135 degrees. Check the angle at this point. The angle should be 45 degree. DIM dim, ANG ang. So you can clearly see the angle is 45 degrees. This is just for your demonstration, and you be sure that the next time you go for the chamfer, you can create a chamfer for a specified distance and for a specified angle. Let's move on to the next option. In the chamfer command, type the chamfer command once again, or you go to the modify tool here and go for the chamfer tool here. This time we will go for the option, and that is called as the method option. You can click here or directly go for the E letter. You can type E and you get this. Chamfer, enter trim method, distance method and angle method. Again, it is asking you which option do you want, distance method or angle method. Depending upon your requirement, you can select the distance method or the angle method. I will select the distance method for now. So select the first line and then select the second line. Okay, so job done. So this chamfer has been created by the values which you have stored already. The values are stored in the memory and recalled whenever you go for the distance method. So you don't have to type again and again. Similarly, here too you can go for the distance method. First and second, press Ctrl Z. Now you can go for the chamfer command once again. Select the method and go for the angle option. Select the first line. After selecting the first line, go for the angle. It is asking for the length. It has to give an angle from some point, isn't it? So it is asking you the length. You can say 3. Now it is asking the angle. You can type 45 degrees. Okay, now click on the second line. Here you got a chamfer where the horizontal length is 3 and the vertical length is 3. And the angle from a particular point where this distance 3 is ending, you get an angle 45 degrees. So you have a chamfer which has a specific distance and a specific angle. Similarly here too, I will repeat this once again. Go for the better option. I will go for angle this time. Enter the trim method. Okay, angle method. Select the first line. Okay, now go for the angle again, the length. Let it be 2, angle 45 degrees. Okay, so the job has been done successfully for a given specific distance and specific angle from a given point. So this is the method option. Let's move on to the next option. Okay, let's type chamfer again, and this time let's select the multiple option. Once you go for the multiple option, it will ask you to select the first line. I will select the first line. Now you can see that all the 3 options are available. You have the distance option, the angle option and the method option. However, I will just show you how to do this. So go for the distance method, chamfer. The distance method, the first chamfer distance, presently it's 2. We will change it to 3. Second chamfer distance, presently it's 3. I'll maintain it as it is just a click this job is done. Okay, so again we'll go for the multiple. We will select the first line, then you have all the three options lined up. I'll go for the angle. So whenever there is an angle option to be executed first, it will ask you the chamfer length. So I will say 1 this time. Specify the chamfer angle, let it be 30 degrees. See what will happen now. So you have a chamfer which is having a specific distance and a specific angle of 30 degrees. Okay, that is how this multiple option works. You can try out all the options here. Let's move on to the next option. Let me type the chamfer command, and this time I will go for the polyline option, where here so this option works only on the polyline or continuous line. You can see it doesn't work on this object here. Select 2D polyline. Okay, doesn't work. I'll go for the distance and give distance 2 and 2. I'll try. Select this. It's not working because it works only on a polyline. Let me see. I'll draw a polyline now. REC rectangle. Click on the screen at 10,5. Now you have a polyline. You can make out the difference between a line and a polyline by clicking on it. It has to be a single entity. Now I'll type chamfer once again for the polyline, or type the letter P. Click the distance option, give 1 and 1. Just click on the polyline, see what happens. It has been converted into a chamfered rectangle. Okay, Ctrl Z. I'll go for the chamfer once again. Go for the polyline this time. I'll go for the angle method. See, you have an option here, distance and the angle option. So specify the chamfer length on the first line. Let's give 2 units for the length and the angle 30. Let's see what happens now. Select the object. You have got a kind of chamfer which seems to be looking irregular, but you can be sure that the horizontal distance is 2 and the angle is 30 degrees from a given point. Similarly, this is chamfer which has been created out of the polyline option. The angle is 30 degrees. 30 degrees from the first line. So you need to be careful while giving the chamfer length. This has to be accurate and specific when you use this option. Let's Ctrl Z. Hope you have understood. I'll go for the chamfer once again. This time I'll go for the method option, distance and angle option. You can go ahead and execute this. So again, chamfer, all the options, go to the polyline. You have the same options visible here: distance, method, angle, method and method. In method you have distance, angle. You can enter the option and execute the command. This is how the chamfer command works. Let's go on to the exercises now.